What's up, everybody? It's Jenny. Today is day one of our introduction posts for this release, and today we'll be featuring or introducing to you our newest image, and her name is Pua. Pua in Hawaiian means, I think it means flower, and we chose that name because she's holding the lei with a flower in her hair, and I guess we also had an image earlier named Leilani, and this is actually like a lei, but we decided not to name it Leilani because of that other image, and we didn't want to confuse everybody. So this is Pua, and again, she's holding a lei. So she's wearing more like a traditional mu'u, and that's kind of like what a lot of people in Hawaii will wear, like even for business attire or going to a party or casual wear anytime. Um, and what else do I want to say about her? I think that's it. So this is one of the images that I'm working on for a future project, but I just wanted to share with you that this is kind of what I do is I stamp it out and then I color in the face or the skin and then I color in the hair, and then that way when I'm ready to actually finish my project, and I decide on like what color scheme I'm gonna use, then I'll have the image kind of ready to go, and I just have to color in like her dress and the flowers, and then it's done. So I do kind of mass produce the stamps, I mean stamping and then coloring, and then once I'm done with that, then at least when I'm ready to do my projects, they're ready to go. Okay, the other thing I wanted to share before I get into my actual project is that I recently purchased, sorry, there's a lot of glare here, but it's called a Misti See Misty, and it's a really I wasn't sure if this was going to be worth the money because it is quite expensive, but it's a way to position your stamps. So here, let me show you. Fast. I don't have a piece cut. Okay, so here's my boy. So say I have a card and I'm trying to position it properly, then I would stick my stamp here so you can kind of lay down your stamp. See, here's my image. You can lay it down here where you want it. Hard doing it. Only one hand. Okay, and then you close the lid. It sticks to your thing, and then you ink it on this side, which you can't see. You ink it, and then you press, and it comes with this kind of like a cushion. Sizzix came out with a version of it earlier that I've been using, and I like it a lot. I get good results from it. But you can also purchase this. They have grid paper, and I guess that helps when you are trying to position it perfectly. It's good if you're trying to mass produce cards, but I've been getting really good results from it. So I just thought I would share that with you in case you were interested in it. Some people were asking me when I shared it on my other channel, my Crafty Hilo Girl channel. Okay, so back to Pua. I was inspired by this next project from a YouTuber. Her channel name is Christine Savell, and I guess her blog is called Because Every Picture Has a Story. And I joined her Facebook group, but they're hosting a challenge using other images, but I thought it was cool, and I really thought I could use it in this release of Sister Stamp. So what I did was, if you go and look at, I'll link it down below, but the video that she does a tutorial on is for like an envelope that you can make out of 12 by 12 paper, and all you're doing is folding it, so it's really easy. But what I decided to do, because our images are more Hawaiian looking this time, is I decided to make the same thing using burlap. And if you look at it, it kind of looks like a little purse. Sorry, my cord is in the way. Um, and I think it's really cool. Like, so I kind of didn't totally enclose it like you can to create like another pocket right here. So you can just like glue it on this side and then leave this open, and then you can have like something to slide in there. But I decided not to do it that way just yet. Maybe I'll do it in the future. Anyway, I got this burlap paper. It's not really paper, just burlap sheets. Um, it's a die cuts with a view stack. And the reason why you want to use something like this rather than burlap that comes on the fabric roll is because burlap frays a lot. And even this one was starting to fray, but it doesn't fray as much as if you use like regular burlap. Like I've tried to use regular burlap before and it totally unravels. So this one gave me better results and it was already pre-cut to toe by toe, so it makes it a lot easier. It kind of reminds me of a purse the way that this looks, but I guess it is kind of more like an envelope style. So in her video she tells you can put things in the pockets here. You can make it a double envelope if you want, because you would have this lid would have actually two covers and you could just glue it in between, but I decided to make it look more like a purse. And so I just added two pieces of Velcro here that connect together. So when you press it down, it snaps in place. And then to decorate it, all I did was just glue on one of my doilies from my stash. And then I found these really cute beaded flowers. They're ivory in color, so I don't use ivory all that much. I wasn't able to get the white. These are from Wild Orchid Crafts. So whenever I have the opportunity to use ivory on my projects, I try to do so. And I don't know, for some reason, even though it's beaded, it reminds me of like shells. So I thought that it was a good match to kind of look more like natural looking, like the burlap. For some reason, I just felt like it kind of went together. So the other thing that I did was color up the image Pua. And then I don't know if you can see, I'm trying to improve my lighting situation here, but this is just a very light green color that I use to give it just to give it a little bit of color, and then I colored in the flower so that stood out a little bit more. It kind of reminds me of those ginger lays, so that's why I went with that yellowish kind of a dark yellowish kind of color, and then I just colored the inside of her flower. And because again it's a little bit more Hawaiian looking, I was looking going more for the natural looks. I didn't want to add in like stickles or anything like that. Anyway, and I didn't want to like overdo it on the embellishments either, because I don't really have like Hawaiian looking flowers. I have more like shabby looking flowers, and so I didn't think it would match. But maybe if you do like those hardy clay, or you have like foam plumerias or something, it would look nicer than these. But anyway, this was all I had on hand, and I think it came out like it matched the theme of what I was trying to accomplish anyway. Okay, so like I said, you can open it up and then you can add in goodies over here, or something like maybe like money or a check or your certificate or something like that. And then on the side, again, you can make a pocket, or if you want to, you can just glue it together. And all I did was I used my glue gun, and it seemed to do the trick. So it didn't really give me a whole lot of issues from that. Anyway, I just wanted to share my project with you, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I didn't expect that it would come together so quickly, but actually after you color in her hair and her skin, you'll see that the rest is like super easy and fast to color. So don't be afraid of coloring up this image, because it's pretty easy. There's not a whole lot to her hair, and even her skin. And for them, I tried to use like a little bit darker skin tone than what I normally use for my combos. I decided to add in, I think it's called light suntan, into the mix, just so they're a little bit darker and more tan looking. But anyway, if you have any questions on how I did this, like I said, I will link the tutorial down below so you can see how easy it is. You can do it with regular paper, but like I said, I decided to do it with the burlap just because I liked the more natural look of it. Don't forget to check out our blog and leave a comment on the introductory post for Pua, and you will be entered to in a random drawing to win that stamp that will be sent out later after the release. We'll announce it the day of the release. And then come back tomorrow because tomorrow we will be introducing, or I will be introducing our other image, which is our boy, our ukulele boy, Kaleo, and I'll tell you a little bit more about him. And then the rest of the week, we'll be seeing projects from the rest of our design team members, who is Eva, Rena, Debbie, and Linda. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!